in 2A. He has 690 yards at 18.2 yards per reception and is 35th in the state.
And that's a lot of kids.
You're talking about. You're not just kidding. You're talking about six different divisions.
You may think 35th. Well, that's that's hundreds of student athletes that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's not just the 50 teams that comprise 2A. That's across the entire
also have Will Beatty, 14 in 2A in receiving with 349 total yards, 16.6 per reception. We've got 34th in the state in the 2A. We've got Noah McCutcheon with 363 total yards and 15.8 yards per reception. On the defensive side, you've got Dawson Denny, 12th in tackles with 9.7 tackles per game in the 3 games that he's played in before he was injured.
That's an unbelievable stat right there.
Right.
That he is in 12th position and only played in 3 games.
Right.
Imagine, there you go again. Imagine what we could have done had we had that young man the entire season.
Right. You got Donovan Reynoso, 23rd in defensive fumbles forced at 2. And you got Bradley Young, 12th in interceptions in 2A with 4, 29 net yards gained and 1 return for a touchdown. 23rd in the state in interceptions. So Bradley's come there with 4 interceptions, big time plays. Put him on the stats too. Team stats, you got Clinton County's 3rd in passing with Jackson at the helm at 1,879 yards. 10th in passing defense with 665 yards. 3rd in the state and 28th in team interceptions with 5. And that's in 2A.
And, once again, a record of 1-8. You wouldn't think anybody would show up with those kind of stats, but it does show you that what we talked about earlier,
right.
The level of athletes that we have on the team
is not reflected in our season this year.
Absolutely not.
Records,
we shine a whole lot better than what that 1-8 record would show. All right, we've had the coin toss at midfield. Four of our seniors, Dakota Denny, Jackson Nelson, Noah McCutcheon, and Jackson Mason representing the Bulldogs. It looks like the Pickett County Bobcats won the toss, and they decided to kick off first so that they will get the ball first in the second half, which is something you see teams do quite a bit of. Want to give an opportunity to start that second half in case they're behind the 8 ball when that starts. But Clinton County will be defending the northern goalpost, or the goalposts that are facing the softball, baseball fields. The Pickett County Bobcats will defend the southern goalpost, that one pointed toward the town. And good to see. We've got a what I think is a pretty decent crowd, to be honest with you, on a Saturday night, for Friday night lights on Saturday night, and cool and rain looks like it's coming in. I was looking earlier when I got here, somewhere around 5. The future radars all showing maybe 10 o'clock or so before this rain would get here, and I think they're going to miss it a little bit, what the radar looks like now. I believe that stuff's going to move in maybe a little bit quicker than that, but hopefully it holds off till we can get the game in for the fans' sake. I know if you are a player, it really doesn't matter, and it's actually a lot more fun to play when it's raining.
It changes the game. I'm going to say that you got a lot more chance of recovering a fumble in the rain and
a lot more
creating a fumble
and
having a fumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that does get interesting, getting muddy.
Hopefully, like I say, for the fans, I hope it doesn't, because it does make it kind of tough to watch and kind of hard on us too, because we're not in that out there. We're in here where we can stay dry. Get some dirty looks from people because we're in the dry and they're not in the dry. All right, our specialty teams on the field. Receiving team looks like Cason Massengale and Donovan Reynoso, our two men that are our kickoff return backcourt men, I guess, backfield men, you would say. Jackson Catron and Tristan Rogers, along with Will Beatty, looks like, and Bradley Young in that second line. Here's the kickoff. Boy, this is a good one. Kicked all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Reynoso comes up with it. He's going on the right-hand side. He's wide open. Somebody better get a hold of him. He's headed down the right side. Can he take this one back to the end zone? He's headed home. Touchdown. Donovan Reynoso returns the first kickoff of the night for a touchdown down this right-hand side, and did something that he usually does not do. He did come from one side of the field to the other, but he didn't go east to west. He went kind of parallel up the field as he went from the left side of the field and made it to this right sideline over here. But
found an opening in that.
Give credit to the blocking that was going on down this line over here, and the speed that Reynoso has in Clinton County puts the first points on the board in 50. It took him 15 seconds to kick that ball off and return it into the end zone. So, wow, that sure makes you feel awfully good to get this game started. All right, here's the snap, handoff, a pitch back. This one is in the hands of Elijah Huffman. He's going to take it in for a 2-point conversion, and Clinton County puts 8 points on the board. That's an exciting way to
passed it into Jackson Alberson.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I looked down to see what his number was. Okay, Alberson with the pass. Thank you. I'm trying to pick up.
Well, it was a kickback, and he passed it.
Yeah, and it wasn't Mason that took the snap.
No.
I'm looking to try to figure out what that number was as well. But Clinton County puts 8 points on the board in 15 seconds here to start this game. That's exactly what you want to do on your last game of the season. And we're just going to hold it right here because I've talked too long.
Well, there was exciting things to talk about.
Absolutely. Our officials for tonight, Wes Jolly, the umpire, Jeff Morgan, linesman, line judge is Tony Fiera, back judge Adam Rogers, and the referee, or the white hat as we call him tonight, our old buddy Tyler Jesse, that he's a former basketball player, I know, for Metcalfe County. Might have played football. Tyler does a lot of the basketball games. I think he does softball as well, and maybe baseball. I don't know what he does in his spare time, but officiates in a lot of capacities. All right, Clinton County kicks off. This one's rolling all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's picked up in there. Clinton County is going to tackle that man. I believe that was Jaden Daniels, number 3,
yep,
with the kickoff return. Picks up maybe 5 or 6. That was fielded close to the 10, 11-yard line. And they're going to, let's see where they mark it, somewhere up around the 19, if that downs marker on the far side is correct. We'll move it back. I thought he was a little far up. That's probably, 17 or something like that, maybe 18, somewhere in that neighborhood. So 6-7 yard return. All right. Pickett County will put one man wide left, one wide right. We've got a fullback and a halfback coming out of the backfield, looks like. A little I formation. Right up the middle they go with Colson West. Will take it up the middle, and where they mark it, he can pick up about, 7 yards, 6-7 yards over there on the far side. So did a good job going right up the middle. Trying to see. I haven't picked up the number of the quarterback yet to know which. They got 3 on this sheet that I've got.
Number 3.
That is Daniels.
Yep.
His quarterback. Here's a little Pitch out to the right-hand side, the completed pass. Clinton County will bring a man down over there. Bradley Scroggins, who started again tonight for the defense, in on that tackle. And not before Pickett County can pick up a first down. They get up near the 35, looks like 34-yard lines where they'll mark that one, but they do move the chains on the far side. Number 8, Jackson Smith, one of the wide receivers on this left side. Daniels got a single man in the backfield. Receivers on both sides. Here's the snap. Daniels looking, puts it up in the air. This one is caught. Boy, what a great catch there. I thought Clinton County's Reynoso and was in line to pick that one off. And had it not been for the receiver going airborne and catching that one, Reynoso would have had it in his hands and had an interception. But Pickett County's receiver jumps right in the line and pulls that one out of the air, gets into Clinton County territory, and we'll mark this one at the 44-yard line on Clinton County's side of the halfway mark. All right, once again, 2 left, 2 right, a pistol formation with a single back in the backfield. Here goes Daniels. He tries to come out. Just a little flip pitch. That's going to be an ineligible receiver, I do believe, as they pitch it to look like Jacob Garrett there, which is one of the linemen.
Right.
And Daniels just trying to get rid of the ball. Clinton County was doing a good job of putting pressure on him back there in the pocket, and he did not want to go down with a sack, and saw a white jersey he thought he could get it to, but that man not eligible to be a receiver. So we'll mark that one back to about the 41-yard line on Pickett County's side. That's they started on their 44-yard line on Clinton County's side, so they've lost yardage on that down, as that'll bring up second down and 22, something like that, 20-plus yards. All right, here's the snap. Daniels tried to come out. Man, it must be slick out there. He's slipping all over the place, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield without ever being taken down. But he's right in the center of our field, and if there's one place where the grass is much thinner than it is anywhere, is in that. And he kind of slipped as he started to take off, and then as he started to try to backpedal, his feet slipping on him just a little bit, kind of in a little bit of a muddy area there, if you will. And take it on back to the 38, 39-yard line looks like, where they'll mark this one. Third down now coming up, and a long way to the line to gain. Here's the snap from under center. Here goes quarterback Daniels. He'll run it himself out the left-hand side. He'll get up past the 45, but nowhere close to what he needs, and that'll bring up fourth down. Pickett County will have to punt it away, one would assume. And they do appear, yes, they do appear to be snapping it back. Is that West, looks like, who is he's going to punt it? A little running punt, and that one is hit by Tristan Rogers. Hit him right square in the chest, and he and Jackson Ketron secure the ball on the field, as West had I thought he might be looking to try to pass that ball on a fake, but he was just trying to roll out to the right-hand side, and I think can get a kick on an open kick to it. It was very low and very short, and kind of surprised Tristan Rogers, I think, when it hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
All right, so Clinton County will take over on their own 39-yard line to start their first drive. Running the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Here's Mason. Hands it off to Rogers. No, Mason, a good fake to Rogers. Here goes Mason down the right-hand side. He's looking for blockers. He goes back to the middle of the field. He gets away from one, gets away from another one, cuts back in, trying to get into the end zone. They're going to get him just before he gets there. But Jackson Mason racking up some rushing yards here tonight as he gets down inside the 10-yard line.
I believe he's inside the 5-yard line.
He could very well be. I can't see where they've got him marked over there, but
about the
let's
4,
see
it looks
where
like.
the downs marker puts him on the far side. But he did a great job of coming out from 39-yard line on our side of the field to get all the way down, and
I get that
one man stopped
about
him.
55 yards there.
That's a pretty good run. He was patient. He was watching. He moved left and right, using his blockers very efficiently. Let's see, number 15, Bradley Scroggins takes the snap. Bradley Scroggins going around the left-hand side, trying to find a way to get in. They finally chase him down and will push him back for a loss on that. But Scroggins, the senior for Clinton County, getting the snap,
Getting the snap,
quarterback.
giving your quarterback a little bit of a break there after a 55-yard run.
How exciting is that for the senior who has played more in the last couple of games than he's played in his entire career, and almost getting away from the folks there, but finally gets brought down for a loss. That's going to bring up second down and goal now from about the 13-yard line. Here's Mason, passes it. Oh, wow. Passed it into Will Beatty, and Beatty has Tristan Rogers running right beside of him. He laterals over. Is that Jackson Nelson?
I think it's Jackson Nelson.
It is Jackson Nelson. He laterals over to Jackson Nelson, our defensive end and left tackle on offense. And Jackson Nelson racks up a touchdown. Well, you talk about making memories here now. These kids are making some memories with the 5:57 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Jackson Nelson with a 6-pointer. Here's Mason. Oh, no, they snapped not to Mason. They snap in there to Dakota Denny. Dakota Denny will take it in, and Denny will score the 2-point conversion for Clinton County. As I said, this is all about having fun, and Dakota Denny, who is our starting right tackle, was the man in the backfield that time and got the snap and takes it in, gets the 2-point conversion, and the Bulldogs are on top, 16-0. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on Wayne Sports.
Proud to sponsor a hometown Bulldog team.
On top 16-0 from scores from some guys you wouldn't think about being our scorers, but getting their first scores of their career. Here's White Bernhardt with the return, and he's going to take it from about the 30-yard line or so and bring it all the way into Clinton County territory to the 46, 47-yard line where they will mark this one, but a good return, and that was on the not the deep line of return. That's the second line of return, and we've got Bernhardt as or Bernhardt, I should say, as a senior for the Pickett County Bobcats. So the Bobcats will take off on this drive, and really good field position, 47-yard line of Clinton County. And let's see if the Bulldogs defense can shut them down. Single back in the backfield. 2 and 2 left and right. And the wide receiver, here goes Daniels. He's looking to pass and gets smothered. Jackson Catron in with others on that tackle for a loss of about 3 yards, looks like. Bring it back almost to the 50-yard line. One nose of the football almost touching the 50-yard line, but still in Clinton County territory. So it'll be bring up second down and 13 for the Bobcats. Jackson Smith comes left over here along with Joey Elder. 2 receivers on this side. Daniels, he's from under center this time. Got 2 backs in the backfield. He's looking. He's going to throw it up and over, and this one is going to be incomplete. Lucas Huddleston was the intended receiver. You had Bradley Young and I guess Jackson Alberson on the far side over there putting the pressure on Huddleston.
A pretty well placed pass, though. I mean, a catchable pass if he had been another step or two in front of him.
Yeah, and we don't, of course, don't have any heights or anything on Daniels, but he doesn't tower over the other players in there, but he's doing a good job of finding a way, even though the pocket's collapsing on him some, to get those passes off. All right, 2 men in the slot. Here goes Daniels again. He's backpedaling, just flips this one over, and that was intended for Colton West, but Clinton County putting too much pressure on the Bobcats, and that's going to bring up 4th down now as Reynoso and Will Beatty go back to receive the punt. Colson West, who kicked it the first time, he will try it again. Oh, gets a good kick on this one. Falls into the hands of Reynoso. He pitches it back to Beatty, and that field has got some dew on it and stuff out there, evidently.
He starts to take off.
Pushed off with the right foot, and it just slipped out from under him. Left knee goes down, and he's down. You wouldn't think that there's that much moisture out there on that field, but there is, wetter than what it appears from here anyway. As we saw Daniels for Pickett County, quarterback struggle in the middle of the field a minute ago, and Clinton County succumbs to the same kind of turf conditions out there. A lot of people call that turf fescue, I guess, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Noah McCutcheon comes to our right along with Cason Massengale. We've got Beatty and Young left. Mason's got Rogers. A little pitch out to Rogers. He's coming out of the backfield on the left-hand side. Gets away from a couple of people. Here's McCutcheon with a good block on one man, and then Rogers will get forced out of bounds by Colson West at the 44-yard line. And a great pickup of, 30 yards there. Comes from the 14-yard line to the 44, so gain of 30 yards on that run for Tristan Rogers. And Noah McCutcheon getting the call, taking the play in for Coach Tyler King, offensive coordinator. Cameron Matthews, Parker Talent, Heather Vaughn, and Ben Smith complete the coaching staff for Clinton County. Mason from the shotgun takes the snap, backs up, looking. Noah McCutcheon, can he run under it? He does. Catches that baby at about the 22-yard line, and Jackson Smith not going to be able to catch him. And Noah McCutcheon takes it in for Clinton County's 3rd touchdown of the night at 4:22 on the clock as Noah McCutcheon. That's just kind of one of those that Jackson Mason laid out there, and Noah just had to run under it, and takes it into the house for 6 more points for the Bulldogs. Let's see who we pull out this time to go for the 2-point conversion. Clinton County wants a timeout. 22-0. Clinton County on top. 4:22 left here in this first quarter. We'll be back here after this message on Wayne Sports.
Teamwork, drive, dedication, all traits of a winning football team. They're also traits
That Case and Massengale
I believe it is.
looking to kick the point after. Mason puts it down for him. Massengale gets the foot on it. It won't go. But a good try there by Case and Massengale, and his first opportunity, I do believe, as a Bulldog to kick one through the
Well,
uprights.
they've got to start developing that skill somewhere.
Absolutely. You got to, well, in this game, like I say, this is all about fun and memories and things you can look back and laugh and joke and remember good memories over the years about this last game. And Case will always remember on the
Try to point after.
one he tried. It didn't go. Who knows? Maybe you get another opportunity a little bit later.
Well, you don't know until you try. So
And you know, you look out there at the field, he's walking backwards. He's got Bradley Young there with him and Jackson Catron, and they're just talking and, you know, slapping their hands together, and it making those memories and good things going on for our Bulldogs here early in this game. It can turn. You never know. It can turn. We'll just see. Hopefully they continue down this path. To my knowledge, they have, and we were talking earlier, I'm not certain, I don't know if it's a high school federation number, the Mercy rule. It was not at one time, but it may have been adopted across the state, across the nation as a 35-point rule. Hopefully Clinton County can reach that. Here's Mason with a kick that's going to go out of bounds somewhere inside the 20-yard line. That one probably not 15 feet in the air, more of a line drive and off to the right just a little bit, but it had distance on it nonetheless, and as it goes out of bounds, they'll mark this one back up at the 35-yard line for kickoffs that go out of bounds inside of that 35-yard line. So, and they've moved over to the hash mark that's closest to us to start the Bobcats, so they're not in that more muddy kind of slick area that they had to deal with earlier. All right, West is he's the running back. We've got a fullback in there, I formation. Daniels is under center. He'll hand it off to West out of the back looking for a block. He gets one, tried to get away from Jackson Catron, and Catron got a hold of that jersey and kind of looked like the old mule pulling the plow down the field as West was trying to pull Catron, and Jackson gets a little help as he is
Bradley
holding on.
Scroggins in there on the help, yeah.
Bradley Scroggins helping to bring him down, and all Jackson can get a hold of was that jersey,
Yeah.
and
Well, he slowed him down enough for Jackson, for Bradley to get there,
and Colton West is a good sized young man
Yeah.
coming out of the back there, and kind of hard to hold on to it. All right, from the shotgun this time, Daniels got a single back with him. He'll peel out to the right, throws one up, looking for West. This one's going to be almost picked off. It was in the hands of Clinton County's Jackson Alberson. And Alberson was having to kind of turn around backwards to try to bring that one in, and can't hold on to it as he hits the ground, and the pass is incomplete. We'll bring it back up to the 43-yard line. Third down and about 2 now for the Bobcats of Pickett County. And let's see. From the shotgun, Daniels this time. I believe that's West he's got in that backfield with him. It is. Here goes Daniels. Peels out the right-hand side. He pitches it to West. West decides he's going to change directions, and he's going to make something out of it. Gets up, goes the left-hand side. Finally gets brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. That was a little option and a pitch out from the quarterback going right. And West was a long way into that when he ran into a wall of blue jerseys over there and said, wait a minute, let's go the other direction. Comes all the way back across into the left-hand side, finds an opening enough to get himself a first down. And he was pretty proud of that. As you saw when he stood up, he took that hand and pointed down the field, first down. As well he should have been. That was a good run from something that could have been another 3 or 4 yard loss over there. West kind of hobbling off the field on the right side. I don't know. Goes over there and just lays down. I'd say he needs somebody to work on the foot just a little bit. Timeout on the field. 22-0. 2:37 here in the first. We'll be back here in 30 on Wayne Sports.
The Clayton County Board of
Colton and Titan Stockton placed third today. They received third place out of 50 boats on Dale Holla Lake in school division, the Kentucky Major League High School Fishing Tournament. And congratulations to Colton and Titan Stockton. Third place finish. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than what me and you'd be doing, Chris. All right, the left-hand side, here comes Jaden Daniels, and he'll pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5 on the carry. Of course, we do better if we had our Ernie Melton out there with us teaching, telling us how to do it, and where to fish and where not to fish.
Well, now, are they going to put the ball there and the downs marker there?
We're looking straight at it. The ball's sitting on the 48-yard line. The downs marker is on about 47-yard line, maybe 46 and a half or something. I don't know. I'm going to take the football as being the correct position.
Well, the up on this side, the line judge is standing there, so.
But the other one is on the other side, and he's standing by the downs marker, and he can tell he's not on the line of the football. Here goes Daniels, puts one up in the air. Clinton County's Rogers putting some pressure on along with Jackson Alberson, and the pass is incomplete. Now let's see where this official, he's going to put it right back at the 48-yard line. The official on the far side is going to, he just turns around and looks at that marker. And
maybe the downs marker guy is just getting it out of the line judge's way, which ain't what you do. But
I don't know what he's doing. Just to be honest with you,
well, he doesn't either.
And one of the judge on the far side is motioning somebody to go forward at that time. Here goes Daniels. He's going to pitch one up. It's going to be picked off in there by Clinton County's Logan Bell. Bell is going down the left-hand side. He's got room to run, gets a block. He's taking it into the house. Can he get it in? He does. Touchdown. Clinton County. We've got a flag on the field, which may bring this rascal back. Logan Bell with the interception. The pick six. It may be brought back. And it will be, or if it had been against Pickett County, we would have declined it by now. I would have thought. Let's see. Clinton County. Two personal fouls against the Bulldogs. So, Logan Bell's, 55, pushing 60-yard pick six is brought back. And Pickett County will advance
a first down,
to a first down situation as they go past the 40, which is what they needed to go to. They mark it on the 39, and that's where the Bulldogs will go from again. Let's try this one more time. Of course, that was a fourth down try. Here's McCutcheon playing quarterback. Pitches one up, and was that thing caught? Did Will Beatty catch that ball? He did, according to the official. Had a man inside of him. He had to kind of reach over him. Looked like he tipped it up a little bit, and then it falls right back into his hands for a completed pass. Wow. What a pass and what a reception right there from quarterback Noah McCutcheon on a 35, 38-yard pass to Will Beatty. Beatty showing that athleticism, and McCutcheon showing the arm that he's got. All right, Mason steps back in, puts a man in motion. It's Massengale. Here's an end around. He's pitched it back. Now it goes back to Mason. They're going to pass it, and Mason flips it over to Massengale, and the pass is incomplete, but we get a flag right at the end of that. Let's see who that one is on. Massengale was on the right-hand side in a receiver.
Waving it off.
Yeah, they're waving that off. So there was no penalty at the end of that, but you had Mason come around on the end around. Then it looked like they were going into a reverse with Beatty. He pitches it back to Mason, who's standing back waiting, and then Jackson having to scramble a little bit. Almost hits Case and Massengale, what they were trying to do. Jackson Mason will go out wide right as a receiver. Case and Massengale at the helm will take the snap. It's a little bit wide. He picks it up, throws this one up into the air, looking to go to Mason. He picks it out of the air over one of the defenders for Pickett County, using that 6'4", 6'5" height to reach up over his defender, pull it down out of the air, and then turns around and walks into the end zone for Clinton County's 28th point. Talk about memories and talk about having fun out there. That's what our Bulldogs are doing, and they, after the year they've had, they sure deserve this here tonight. Case and Massengale with the...
Not his first experience in quarterbacking.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Remember his stats from last week. He was 4 of 8 that one season that Mason had to go out and he had to play quarterback there for a game or two. All right, Bradley Scroggins will take the snap. He's going around the right-hand side. Is he getting into the end zone? He gets into the end zone. Touchdown. He gets the 2-point conversion. Bradley Scroggins gets into the record book with a 2-point conversion for the Bulldogs. That'll make it 30-0 with 42 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Back here in 30 on Wayne Sports.
Bulldog football and fall are here. Albany Plumbing and Electric is ready for both cool air, fall colors, and football. Get game day ready with Albany Plumbing and Electric, your go-to team for all things with plumbing and electric and everything in between, keeping our community running strong on and off the field.
Come see my daddy and my poppy and my me at Albany Plumbing and Electric.
Albany Plumbing and Electric, your fall fix is just a call away.
Nothing. 42 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. 35 is the rule at running clock, and that is any time in the game. Here's Mason. Boy, he got the foot on that one, and boy, it hit like a chip from 60 yards out with a big lob wedge. As it tries to spin backwards, it's Daniels trying to come out with it, and he's met with a pile of blue jerseys there. Donovan Reynoso, along with Cason Massengale and others in that group. Jackson Catron in that bunch, looks like. Huh? We are running clock already. Okay, so we are running clock at this point in time. As we run down, 6 seconds left to go. That's going to end this first quarter of play. Clinton County up 30-0 back here in 1 minute on Wayne Sports.
This fall, it's all about
Be to nothing at the end of the first quarter of play, and officials indicated to our official timekeeper, Tim Duval, here after that last two-point conversion to run the clock, and that is where we are here as we start this second quarter of play, and something that probably agreed to by coaches and officials before the game, that, you all can start it if it gets out of hand early, and we sure don't want to get anybody hurt. Kids making a lot of good memories and stuff out here, but want to try to finish things up as soon as possible. All right, as we switch ends of the field, Pickett County down on the 15-yard line as they will start this drive. They're with their backs to the northern goalpost this time. Here goes one put up in the air. It's going to be broken up in there by Clinton County's Jackson Alberson. Intended for who's been playing quarterback, was Daniels, but he played wide receiver that time and tried to hit him down around the 35, 37-yard line. Pickett County trying to do a little switch up from their side too and get some others involved in the playmaking. Honestly, couldn't pick up. I didn't pick up the quarterback's number that was playing quarterback. Chase Rich is listed as one. Elijah Taylor also listed. Hunter Nichols listed as quarterback, as they've got several kids listed in that quarterback position.
Taking the snap right now.
Taylor,
Yeah.
all right. Here's West coming out of the backfield. He gets away from one man, and he just keeps pushing. He's got about 4 Clinton County Bulldogs riding him down the field, but he picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that.
Carrying 3 or 4 people.
Carrying 3 or 4 people. Colson West is a force to be reckoned with on Pickett County's team, as he'll pick up 6 yards or so, according to the downs marker over, maybe even pushing 7, looks like, on that carry. Brings up 3rd down and a long 3. And Clinton County's front line, Dakota Denny, Emmanuel Wall, and Jackson Nelson on the defensive front line for the Bulldogs, trying to stop West from coming out of there. And this time we do get a little better stop on West. He might have picked up a yard. Looks like Downs marker on the far side is, he's finally going to move about a half a yard, looks like. So 4th down now and 3 for the Bobcats. They'll have to punt this one away. West has been the man to do the punting for the Bobcats as well. Reynoso and Beatty are back at about Clinton County's 40-yard line, and Coach Talent waving his boys on up because they're way too far back. So he'll move them on up, and let's see. Pickett County's going to go for this one. On 4th down, Daniels takes the snap. He's going to take it up the middle, goes to the left-hand side, looking, picks up enough for the 1st down, and they push him out of bounds over there somewhere around the 27, 28-yard line. But he got enough for that 1st down. I was looking at a 4th down and 3 situation right there, and Clinton County may be being caught off guard just a little bit. Lee Talent comes out. Bradley Scroggins back in for the Bulldogs on defense. And good job of scrambling there by the senior Jaden Daniels for the Bobcats to pick up that 1st down and keep this drive alive. West is in a wide receiver position this time as Pickett County gets the Bulldogs.
Going to be a false start up. Yep.
We're going to see.
Yeah, he just...
Bobcats with the offside, the false start. They moved, and Clinton County moved, and
they started pointing at each other.
7 or 8 players say, you know it's you, no, it's you,
Yeah.
no, it was you. But the official said it was an offensive player that made the move on the line. Once you get set, you can't move. That ball gets snapped. All right, Daniels once again, a single back in the backfield. He's looking to go into the air, looking on his right-hand side, throws it. It goes right through the hands of Chase Rich. He was literally he's trying to catch that one, spun 360 to try to catch it and take off with it, and it goes right through his fingertips and is incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 15 now for the Bobcats.
As you can see, and we alluded to earlier, now that rain started to come down, that ball is slippery.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hard enough to catch on a dry day.
It very well is. All right. Clinton County showing some blitz on the line. They've got a couple, but they back one of them off. One of them's going on in. Here's a pass across the middle. This one is caught left-hand side. Clinton County is that Will Beatty coming up with the stop over there. Jackson Smith was the receiver who catches it. And going to be, they're going to get it into Clinton County territory. They'll mark it at about the 48, 49-yard line. And Smith didn't have any problem holding on to that one because it was a well-thrown ball. And Beatty takes him, about took his head off as he kind of got his arm underneath the helmet.
Yeah, I was afraid they might call a horse collar or whatever they call that.
Yeah, the horse collar, but it was more just the arm going
Right.
across the helmet, and it kind of got caught on the neck. All right, 1st and 10, Bobcats. Daniels, pass, looking to go to...
Ineligible receiver on the bench.
He missed it, too. I mean, he didn't even catch it. I mean, you'd think if you was on the bench, you might...
No, he caught it.
Oh, did he catch
Yeah.
it?
Went over the head of the intended receiver.
I thought it went through his hands, too. All right, Scroggins will come out, and Jackson Mason will check back in on defense. 2nd down and 10. Hard to see that rain for me out there.
Yeah, I think it's slowed down, maybe even
misty kind of stuff.
stopped a little bit.
Yeah.
Was coming down pretty good there for a minute. Look in the lights.
2 left, 2 right. Daniels single back in the backfield, takes the snap, looking to go into the air. He thought about pulling it in, thought about throwing it, and then decides to take it and run it for a couple of yards. He's going to pick up a couple. Looked like he was going to lose a couple when we kind of had him in the grasp right there, and it almost in one of those desperation throws that he's made a time or two here tonight, but decides to pull that one and have that ball extended out there in dangerous territory, as I could see it up over everybody's head, just kind of holding it up there like the Statue of Liberty, holding the flame up there. But he pulls it in and picks up 2, pushing 3 yards as they mark it at about the 46-yard line. Looks like now 3rd down and 7 for the Bobcats. See if Clinton County's defense can put a hold on them right here. The snap, Daniels comes out, pitches it. It's caught in there by Pickett County's Ethan Gross, and Massengale in on that stop. Bradley Young looked like he was there as well, but they stop him before he gets to the line to gain with 2 left. 4th down and 2 now from the call it 39-yard line. Maybe that ball might be touching the 40. Most of it's inside Clinton County's 40-yard line, but it's a good about a 3-yard gain, looks like. Long 2 possibly. Let's see if Clinton County can hold them right here on 4th down. They couldn't last time. It was Daniels who took off running and picked up about this same amount of yardage. This time he's decided just to flip it over. Went right back to the same man, and Ethan Gross. Gross is going to catch it, get the 1st down, pick up an additional 6 or 7 yards, and before his feet slips out from under him, and we get him down somewhere.
That's a 32 or 33?
32, 33. Hard to see there. We don't... numbers don't look like they've been repainted maybe since the last time, and understandably they're still legible out there, and just one less expense on the football program to not have to do the lines one more time. You can still read them, and they may just be light. All right, Daniels, another 1st down now for the Bobcats. Hand this one off to West as he's coming around on the end around, and he's going nowhere as Clinton County's Logan Bell takes him down for a loss on the play. That loss is going to be, looks like pushing 4 yards over there from the downs marker. Ball back on the 33-yard line, looks like. 2nd down situation. All right, Daniels comes out of the pocket. He's going nowhere. He's slung down over there by, I'll tell you in just a second. That's Jackson Mason, our quarterback, who's playing linebacker. Sneaks in there and gets a hold of Daniels and sacks him for an additional 5-yard or so loss on that one. 3rd down now for the Bobcats. Daniels puts it up, throws it into just a group of kids there, and Clinton County picks it off. That's Isaac Wright with the interception. Wright is going to be taken down at about the 35-yard line. But Clinton County's Isaac Wright coming up with a interception of his own there. And Clinton County will take it back the other way with only 15 seconds. They'll take it back to the locker room, but the Bulldogs are quickly getting out on the field. Try to get one snap off. 3 seconds left. Here's Mason. He takes the snap. They got it off in time. Mason throws this one up. It's long. Who's got it? Oh, man, alive. Isaac Wright trying to bring it in and just couldn't hold on to it. That's going to end this first half of play. The Bulldogs, they've just commanded everything here in this first half. 30-0 on top of the Bobcats of Pickett County. Let's go back to the station for 3, and we'll come back and recap some folks in the scoring that you haven't heard in the scoring before tonight. Back in 3 here on Wayne Sports.
Spirit, that's what we've got. Spirit.
on our of the season as they lead 20-0.
30 to nothing.
Excuse me, 30-0. I was looking out there. I saw a 20 on one of them jerseys. In 1 month, we're going to kick off. Another season. Chris, as Sister Lynn and I will take the airwaves as Clinton County's basketball season will kick off on December the 2nd.
Now, my question to you is how many of those first games are going to be played on Bulldog Field?
Well, about as many as the first few football games are played on the court.
Yeah.
When you do stuff on the court out there, it takes a while to get your head changed back over, but we'll start on the 2nd of December. It's starts off on a night when neither team is at home. The girls will travel to Middlesboro in a girls' varsity game at 6 o'clock. The boys will go to Campbellsville for a boys' JV and varsity game at 5:30. We'll take the Campbellsville game. It was the first one on the schedule. We'll get to even that up on Saturday night when the girls come back home on a night where the boys are over in Marshall County and Clinton County's home at Williamsburg. But we've got 3 nights of basketball action in the first week at the Castle. As I said, that first game's on the 2nd, and then on the 4th we'll head over to McCray Central, girls JV and varsity game at McCray Central, and then back on Saturday at home with our first home game, which is a girls JV and varsity with Williamsburg. That's a 2 o'clock tip for that game, but looking forward to an exciting basketball season for both the boys and girls. Nick Irwin in his 4th season as head coach for the boys, and Clinton County girls with a new old coach, Gary Abbott, in his first year as coach in this millennial, I guess. Now I guess it was early 2000s when he was here, but been some 20 years or so ago since Coach Abbott was here with the girls, and he's back as head coach for the Lady Bulldogs, and looking for an exciting boys and girls basketball season here on WANY. All right, Jackson Mason will kick off for Clinton County as Pickett County, they won the coin toss at the first of the game. Decided to kick off so that they could receive in the second half, and that's exactly where they're at. As Mason steps back up and re-tees the football, we get the official saying, let that clock go. Mason with the kick. It's going to be fielded down around the 15-yard line. That is Daniels, the quarterback. Boy, he holds that ball out there with just one hand and kind of in a dangerous position of getting that thing knocked out. Clinton County will finally bring him down just inside Pickett County's 40-yard line. Looks like Bradley Scroggins may be in on that one, along with Kason Massengale, Donovan Reynoso in there as well. As we'll see where they mark it. They're walking really close to that 40-yard line. Looks like that's where the downs marker is at on the far side, and that's where Pickett County will start from their own 40-yard line. So a pretty good return there by Daniels, but as I say, he doesn't tuck that ball in and hold it like the coaches probably would like for him to. He sticks it out there where it's susceptible to being knocked out of his hands, but he's held on to it thus far. Maybe he can continue to do that. All right, I formation. Daniels goes under center. We get a handoff. The fullback coming out of the backfield. That's a new number, 55. That's Mox Scott coming out of the backfield. He's a sophomore for the Bobcats. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry, gets it up to the 46-yard line, so 2nd down and 4 now for the Bobcats. We do have the running clock going, so this second half will go pretty quickly and get folks in and out of this rain before too awfully long. That same I formation. I think Scott is more the tailback than he is the fullback, as he's in the back position. Here's a snap that's kind of dropped there by Daniels, and Mox is going nowhere this time, as Clinton County's Jackson Nelson in there, along with Dakota Denny and others with the stop. A loss of 2 yards as we'll go from the 46 back over to the 44. Third down for the Bulldogs. Joey Elder, Jackson Smith, 2 receivers to the left. This time Daniels will go from the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks, flips it over the middle, and right in the hands of Jackson Smith. The ground really causing him to drop that football. And it'll be incomplete. Take it back to the 44-yard line. Bring up 4th down. And that's a long 5, pushing 6 yards. Actually not pushing. It is 6 yards. 44-yard line. The line to gain is exactly on midfield. So we'll see what... I'd be surprised if Pickett County, in the position they're in, they don't see if they can't make this.
Right.
No sense trying to kick this thing away. What do we got to lose?
Right.
We pick up a 1st down, then we keep on trucking, baby. Daniels takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Goes right-hand side, pitches it to the last second out to his back coming out of the backfield. That was Wyatt Bernhard. And he's going to go out of bounds, short of the line of gain, and that will turn it over on downs to the Bulldogs at about the 48, 47. Let's see where he's going to put this. Yeah, he thought about laying it on the 47, backs up, looks at the line judge on the far side, and marks it at the 48-yard line. That's Pickett County's 48-yard line. So Clinton County is across midfield. Noah McCutcheon didn't even go to the huddle. He's moving far left, getting in his position as a wide receiver on that side. Massengale, Young, and Beatty, all 3 on the right side. And Beatty goes in motion, hands it off to Beatty. Beatty trying to get away from the people coming at him left and right. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to lose about 6 or more on that one. Little end around, as he was one of those 3 wide receivers on this right-hand side. He just cuts back across right in front of Jackson Mason, and Mason hands it off to him, but Pickett County had already read the play well, and they'll put him down at the 47-yard line. Bring up 2nd down, and that's about 15 yards, looks like, for the Bulldogs.
One of the few times Masons took the snap tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of different people taking that snap, haven't we? All right. McCutcheon and Massengale, both right-hand side. Mason back in the pocket, looking. He's going to put this one up, and Casey Massengale's wide open, takes it in. He's headed to the end zone. Mason Massengale with a touchdown from Clinton County's 47-yard line. So a 53-yard touchdown reception and run out by Case and Massengale will give the Bulldogs a 36-0 lead. And Massengale was out in front of his closest defender there by 10 yards or so, and just had to kind of wait on the ball just a little bit. The defender did not have the speed in the tank to catch Massengale once Kaysen got it in his hand and headed toward the end zone. I don't know, it's 5:12 now. It was much more on the clock when he went through. Who we got? Jackson Alberson. Is he playing the quarterback? He is. He takes it, looks, goes right-hand side, gets it into Clinton County's Elijah Huffman, and
I believe that was Bell who
was it 13?
took that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was Elijah who he
Elijah.
sent it to.
But it was Okay, Logan Bell playing the quarterback that time. Hard to keep up with these new players in their new positions, but nonetheless, Clinton County up 38-0 now as we put another score on the board. As the rain, it's picking up out there, folks. These faithful fans in the stands are here to weather it with their Bulldogs. As the clock continues to run, 38-0, the score. Our Bulldogs on top. And you don't have to look hard to see that rain coming down out there now.
No, they don't normally kick off from here. But there was a penalty down here a minute ago, which I think they just said they was going to assess it on the kickoff. So,
yeah, 15-yarder, so it's probably a personal foul.
yeah.
That got assessed. So instead of kicking off on the 40, we'll kick off from our 25-yard line, which will give Pickett County a little better field position on the return. Mason onside is caught in the air at the 35-yard line in there by Mox Scott, and he just goes forward with it for 3 or 4 yards. He's on the front line of the kickoff return team, and Mason with a little chip shot trying to get an onside kick there and maybe come up with the football, but Mox Scott says no.
I'll just catch it.
I'm going to catch that baby at the 35 and take it down to the 32. Picks up 3 yards on the return. That's where Pickett County will start this drive. Best field position that they've had tonight from Clinton County's 32-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:18 left to go here in this third quarter of play. Clock running. Snap. Daniels backpedaling in the pocket back there and just tries to flip it over the heads of the defender looking for Bernhard, and Bernhard couldn't come up with the ball. And it's just a little. Daniel's done that 2 or 3 times. He gets in a trouble. He just tries to flip it over. It's not really a pass. I mean, it's technically a pass, but it's more just like a little flop over the top of the defenders in front of him to try to get it to one of his men to keep him from getting sacked, and he's been somewhat successful. Boy, that rain's picking up out there right now, and it's a sloppy time on the football field. 2nd down and 10. Daniels, hands off, backfield. Clinton County, number 74, Jackson Nelson, got a hold of the man out of the backfield and put the brakes on him and gets some help. He picks up a yard on the play nonetheless. As Lee Talent comes back in for Bradley Scroggins on defense. Bradley playing some nose guard here tonight on defense as well. He's played several positions, from quarterback to nose guard. finding out what all's in his repertoire. All right, we see Daniels talking with his single back in the backfield, Mox Scott. He goes back, flips that little pass over, and Clinton County's Jackson Alberson steps in front of it and bats it away. And that will bring up fourth down, but that's going to happen in the next quarter with only 12 seconds left on the clock, and that clock running. I don't think Pickett will try to get another snap off. Clinton County leads 38-0 at the end of 3. We'll be back here in 1 minute on Wayne Sports. Action left in the Clinton County Bulldogs and Pickett County Bobcats football season. Oh, my goodness. We're going to try a 48-yard field goal attempt by the Bobcats. Here's the snap, the kick, and Jackson Mason got a little bit of a hand on that one. Here's Clinton County. They're going to pick it up and run it out. This is Will Beatty coming around the left-hand side. Beatty looking for some blockers up there, and, man, he got hit from the side by Mox Scott and taken out of bounds. As that ball become live when, Was it? Well, we very well could be. I think things like that are being not looked at anymore, not paid any attention. But that is, without a doubt, the longest attempted field goal that we've ever seen. As he was trying to kick that from their 38-yard line. And you add the 10 to the back of the end zone, that's a 48-yard field goal they were attempting. And I've seen a lot of college players miss those. Here's Mason, a little fake pump into the hands of Will Beatty at the 42-yard line. Beatty is going to outrun Colton West, and Beatty will take it to the house for Clinton County's 44th point. A little fake pump there kind of set West in his shoes for just a second, allowing Beatty to get a step or two on him, and that's all that Will needed to get that pass in and then take that baby all the way in for a touchdown on the other end. And another one of those great pass and reception between this talented quarterback and receivers that we talked about earlier in the game that are on this Clinton County Bulldogs team. Let's see who we got playing quarterback out there. Jackson Catherine's in the backfield. Number 60, is that Coleman Neely that takes the snap? And it is Coleman that takes the snap. He drops it and tries to pick it up, wants to take it in for that 2-point conversion, but the Bobcats are all over him, so the 2-point conversion is no good. But And that's usually your right guard defensive tackle in Coleman Neely. He is a freshman for the Bulldogs and getting a little taste of playing the quarterback position. All right, 8:40 on the clock and it running as Clinton County's on top 44-0, and the Bulldogs are going to make it a clean sweep for all the teams in the 3rd district. Their last game of the season, all putting up a W. And Mason, once again, will kick off from the 40-yard line. We'll see if he does something onside, or I'm telling you, that ball's right in the middle of the field, and that's slippery stuff right there where he's at. He gets a pretty good kick on it, and it's fielded over at about the 37-yard line by Pickett County. Man's got some running room, but that's Colt Long, looks like, and kind of lost his footing a little bit as he tries to turn, but he gets across midfield, or right at midfield, where they'll mark this one. Yard return or so, and they'll mark it right at the 50-yard line. That's where Pickett County will take over at 1st and 10, 7:17 left in the game. White Bernhardt on the right-hand side, Lucas Huddleston making his way off the field on the left-hand side. Pickett County from under center hands this one off to Colton West, and West is going to pick up enough for the first down. He was kind of slowed down a little bit right at the first down marker, but then with second effort pushes that baby for another 5 yards or so and gets it up near the 35-yard line. I believe that was Chase Rich, the freshman playing quarterback on that snap. And boy, that rain is really picking up out there right now. My hat's off to all of these fans that are still in the stands watching these Bulldogs and cheering them on down to the last minute. 1st and 10 now from the 35-yard line. Pickett County. Rich takes the snap, hands it off to, I believe that's Mock Scott coming out of the backfield. He's going to be brought down in there by Huffman and Massengale. Ball's inside the 30, looks like it's hard to tell. Could be right on the 30-yard. It looks like that's where the downs marker's got it on the far side. So that's what we're going to call it. 2nd down and 5, long 5, pushing 6. Ball on the 30-yard line, not 35. Scott's in the backfield. Rich under center. Takes the snap. Makes the handoff there to Bernhard, and Bernhard is immediately brought down for a loss of 1. So they'll take it back to the 31-yard line. Bring up 3rd down. Under 5 left in the season for both these teams. Pickett County was looking to come up with their first win of the season. Coach William Matheny at the helm for the Pickett County Bobcats. Levi Tolman and Thomas Taylor, assistants for the Bobcats. Here's a snap, pitch out. That one is into the hands of Bernhard, and he's going to be brought down in there by, let's see, Clinton County's Lee Talent was in on that stop. There's another blue jersey in there, but he got away from me before I could get his number. Lee Talent, we'll give him a solo tackle on that one. Just because I couldn't see who the other person was.
Right.
$44 to nothing. The Bulldogs. Jaden Daniels is back in as quarterback now for the Bobcats as they try to come up with some yardage here on this fourth down. Here's one put up in the air, and a little confusion as to do I go down and in or down and out. Both receivers, Joey Elder and Hunter Nichols, went down and in, and Daniels threw it anticipating a down and out pattern. That's going to be a turnover on downs as Clinton County will regain possession from their own 34-yard line with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. Can the Bulldogs put up one more score? Can they get to that half-century mark in this game? Yeah, we'll see. Here's Mason, takes the snap, pitches it out. Huffman, right-hand side. He's trying to turn the corner, gets caught by a man over there who's White Bernhard. Bernhard brings him down, but Huffman's going to pick up a couple. On a sweep around the right-hand side, little pitch out over there for from Mason. Good to see Jaden Daniels and Will Beatty having a little fun with each other out there. Here's a pass into the hands of Bradley Young. Young looking for a block. Beatty trying to give the block. He cannot get Daniels out of the way, and Daniels will bring Young down at about the 45-yard line. That's Pickett County's 45. They'll mark it at the 46, looks like. Just under 2 minutes left to go in this game. Clinton County wanting to score one more time, without a doubt. Connect and get to that 50-point marker. Here's Elijah Huffman, a little pass into the flats from Mason. Huffman's got running room. He's headed to the house over there, folks. If somebody doesn't get to him, and they don't, he makes a spinning move once he gets into the end zone, and excitement, and hits the field, but not before he crossed the pylon and gets the touchdown. Elijah Huffman. About a minute and 15 seconds left to go in the game. Gets Clinton County to that half-century mark, 50 to nothing now. And Huffman's one that we generally think of as being a runner out of that backfield, and also a linebacker, but he showed that he was a receiver at that time and still had the stuff in the tank to get it to the house. Here's Clinton County's William Catron, Jr., who is usually plays left guard, started out as left guard tonight. He takes the snap, takes it in for the 2-point conversion, makes it 52 to nothing. And some of these Bulldogs will talk about this game the rest of their lives and what they got to do in the final game of the season. We'll just let the clock run out, and this baby's going in the history books as a 52 to nothing victory for the Clinton County Bulldogs in their last game, and 13 seniors last night on the field as a Bulldog. And we hate to say goodbye to them, but boy, they have had a blast tonight, which is exactly what I really hoped would happen.